All volunteers will sign in at the Lucky Hearts Arena. Please enter through the main door. You can use your elbow to open the automatic door. The first step when entering the building is to wash your hands at our new hand sanitizing station. We are asking all volunteers to bring their own water bottle and mask. You must have a mask on in the buildings, but may remove your mask in arenas, cross ties, and outdoor areas if you are able to keep a 6-foot distance from others. Next, sign in. In the reception, you will notice a lot of blue tape on the ground for the rider traffic flow and to show areas for staff and volunteers only. You will go to the normal volunteer sign-in table. All volunteers will sign in as normal, but there is an additional column on the sign-in sheet that needs to be signed for our health check questionnaire. If you have not had these symptoms in the last 24 hours, you are good to continue. Please alert staff immediately if you have had any of these symptoms in the last 24 hours. Take a pen from the clean cup and place it in the dirty cup when you're finished. Grab your name tag. You are welcome to keep your name tag at home during phase 2 so you can sanitize it. Go straight through the door to the tack room. Once in the tack room, check the info board schedule for your equine and tack assignments. Grab your tack from its normal location. In the cross tie area, all equines will be assigned 2 cross ties, one for grooming and tacking, and one for sanitizing equipment. In a class with 2 riders, one equine will use the pair of cross ties closest to the tack room, and the other equine will use the pair of cross ties furthest from the tack room. Set out all of your equipment prior to catching your equine. Go out to catch your equine and bring them back to your assigned cross tie, but don't forget the buddy system. Follow all normal grooming and tacking procedures. However, you will leave your grooming box and tools in your sanitizing cross tie during class. When you are done using a grooming tool, instead of placing it back in your grooming box, place it on the ground in your sanitizing cross tie. During class, rider and horse leader masks may be removed after the last girth check, but must go back on before dismounting. If you need, all instructors are wearing an apron with hand sanitizer, Kleenex, and a plastic bag for used Kleenex. After class, follow all normal untacking procedures. However, after removing the saddle, place it on the saddle rack in your sanitizing cross tie. Spray all equipment with the bottle of sanitizing spray. Make sure to get all sides of the blanket and girth, as well as all parts of the saddle, especially the seat, flaps, and stirrups. Spray each of your grooming tools and your grooming box. Leave all of the equipment in your sanitizing cross tie while you turn your equine out. When turning your equine out, don't forget the buddy system and bring the sanitizing spray with you so you can spray down the halter and lead rope. After turning out your equine, return to your sanitizing cross tie to put away your equipment. Use a towel to put your grooming tools back into their box, and return your grooming box, saddle, girth, and blanket to their appropriate location in the tack room. Before you leave, go back into the Lucky Hearts Community Corral to sign out. To preserve separate entry and exit points in the building, please do not leave by the front door. Instead, cross the reception to the door to the west external observation area and into the observation lounge. Please note that this exit is for staff and volunteers only. Riders have a different traffic flow through the east end of the arena. Also, please note that the bathrooms, water fountain, classroom, and pantry along this route are still closed. Sanitize your hands before leaving the building and exit through the door by the pantry. If you need to use the bathroom, there is one available off the community corral, which is disinfected multiple times a day. For volunteers with classes in the Kroh arena, you will still wash your hands and sign in the Lucky Hearts and exit through the observation lounge. Walk to the Kroh and enter through the main door. You do not need to wash your hands again on entry since you just sanitized in the Lucky Hearts. Go straight down the hall to the cross ties. If you need to use the bathroom, there is one available off the helmet room. Follow all setup, grooming, tacking, untacking, and sanitizing processes as described for the Lucky Hearts arena. In a class with 2 riders, one equine will use the pair of cross ties on the left, and the other equine will use the pair on the right. Before you leave, go back into the Lucky Hearts Community Corral to sign out. To preserve separate entry and exit points in the building, please do not leave the Kroh arena by the front door. Instead, go down the Kroh barn aisle and walk around the Kroh arena to the gap between the 2 arena buildings. Wash your hands at the outdoor sanitizing station. Be careful, the water in the station can get hot in the sun, so you may need to give it a few extra pumps to bring up cooler water. Walk to the Lucky Hearts to sign out and exit through the observation lounge. Once again, you do not need to wash your hands on entry since you just sanitized at the Kroh arena.